What was the message for any of you? What was the message at halftime?
We just talked about response. I don't think that we were executing on the defensive end. Rebounding had been an issue, and I think that we really locked up and were able to respond and be able to lean on each other and really just clean things up on the defensive end.
We also talked about rebounding. I think it was 25-16 on our home floor, and that's unacceptable. And I think we came back and we did respond in the rebounding category.
I think too, offensively, we talked about being confident in what we're capable of doing. They were dictating what we were doing offensively, and so just being able to come out and play our game offensively was really important.
In the second half, you guys shot 76%. Any idea where that came from?
I think we just played with more pace and we were able to get the ball in the paint. When we have inside-outside touches, our three-point percentage goes up. And Lex did an incredible job finding the guards. And me, Callan, and Logan were in there for a minute, just really bounced off each other, and we were just having fun out there.
As you guys are going to get ready to go into Big Ten play soon, what does a comeback win like this do for momentum at this point in the season?
It's huge. I think it gives us a lot of confidence and shows us what we're capable of doing. Obviously, we have some things to work out. Like in the first half, we talked about response and things like that. But being able to come back in our second half and just get our momentum up is really huge going into Big Ten play.
Logan, I know it's been a little bit of a struggle trying to hit the threes in the games. I know that's been happening in the practice. How gratifying was it to hit three really big ones in this one?
It's huge. I mean, everybody has confidence in me, so that's just been really, really big for me. And so everyone talks about, you got it, you got the next one, just keep shooting. And so being able to help my team get this win is really huge.
Jazz, it feels like you're taking the ball a little less maybe this year. How have you liked that? And how have you had to adjust a little bit too?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely different being more off the ball. I need to get better at working without the ball because I'm so used to it in my hands. But yeah, it's still a work in progress, but I think that I can find better ways to be able to help my teammates get open.
What worked tonight in the second half? Because it seemed like all of the things that your coach wants to click did offensively, including for you. What maybe did you find in the second half there?
I think that I was able to get the ball in outlets, and I think being able to push pace and stuff kind of gets me in better positions to be able to help my teammates out.
Logan, you feel more comfortable in your role here with the Huskers?
Definitely. I think game in and game out and every practice, I think, helps with that confidence and being able to trust each other on the floor. Being a freshman, just gaining that trust with players and coaches is a huge thing. And so after every game, just being able to go to Jazz, go to Lex, asking them what things I can get better at just to keep performing in my role is going to be huge for me. And it's just, I love it here. It's so much fun to be able to get better every day with these guys.
That crazy 3 for you, Jazz, was your 1,000th point here at Nebraska.
Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Clearly you did not know that. But what does that mean to you, just knowing what you've been able to accomplish here?
It's special. I mean, I'm so thankful that I came to Nebraska. I wouldn't have come back for my 5th year if I wasn't obsessed with it. And I'm thankful for all the teammates I've had the past 3 years. It's really been life-changing for me in a lot of areas. So I'm very thankful.
That was making sure that I was right.
Hopefully that's right.
How physical was that team, and how much does it kind of prepare you for the Big Ten?
Yeah, they're a very physical team. I found myself running down in the paint and just getting bumped, and I think I set a few screens where I just was getting hit in the chest, and I think rebounding, they were killing us on the boards. That's a physicality thing, and that's just a mindset if you're going to get that board or not. And they were more physical in the first half, and then I think we responded really well, and we were more physical in the second.
I mean, you're the only experienced post down there with Natalie and Jess kind of just starting. So what do they still need to learn about what it takes to bang around with really big teams?
I think the little things really matter, and in the Big Ten, any little mistake that you make can cost the game. And I think just being disciplined on rebounding and doing the things that you can do, and with scout and all of those little things, if you can do that really well, you're going to succeed in the Big Ten. So.
Anything else for the Huskers?
Thank you.
Okay. By the way, Jazz also Nebraska coach Amy Williams. Coach would like to make an opening statement and then the question.
Yeah, I'm proud of our team for the comeback, and once again we had one pretty good half and one not so good half, and so we're gonna have to figure that out. But certainly a quality win against a great team that we have a lot of respect for their staff and their roster, and so we're excited to have had such an explosive second half and come out with a win.
What was the difference maker there in that second half, Coach? What was the feeling going into halftime after that buzzer beater, and just kind of how'd you get the team refocused and ready?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that last 2 minutes is not how you want to finish a half. We had 3 subs sitting at the table. We kept going back and forth of whether we should take a timeout to get them into the game or not, but certainly not wanting to burn a timeout, trusting our defense, and it kind of backfired, obviously capitalized with a half-court heave bank in shot to give them a 10-point lead at halftime. So we were not carrying the momentum at halftime, and so obviously, but one thing we've been talking a lot about as a team was just response. And when Lex huddled us out in the locker room at halftime, she said, "Respond," and I think everybody really did, and in a big way. Obviously 58 second half points, just came out and really took more quality shots. We're smart about getting paint touches before, most of our 3-point field goals came after a paint touch, inside outside type activity, and I think we're a much better shooting team when we do that.
Success in the second half offensively too, but there was a moment there where they were obviously flummoxed by your defensive change. When you decide to switch defenses in the course of the game, what do you hope will happen? What do you think did happen?
Yeah, I mean, you just want to pull a team out of rhythm, and I think, at that point, we were not doing a good job of keeping their ball handlers from getting paint touches, just being able to keep the ball in front of us, and they kept breaking us down off the dribble. And so our hope was by changing defenses was to pull them out of a little bit of a rhythm offensively and to be able to build walls for their penetrators to keep them out of the paint. And the danger, obviously, I think we lost Auguste Donate kid one time in our zone defense, but for the most part did a pretty good job of changing and getting them to take shots that we would prefer to live with more than some of the others they were getting against man-to-man in their penetration.
Coach, Jazz reached 1,000 career points on that circus shot 3 at the end of the shot clock. Did you know that, and what was your perspective
So
on
that
play?
must be her 1,000th point here at Nebraska, and yeah, because I gave her 1,000-point ball last year at one point, but how fitting. I mean, just how fitting for that to be the one that she gets her 1,000th point on here. She did a lot of things for us today, and so just awesome to see that kid accomplish that. I just, I'm a huge Jazz Shelley fan, and I'm so glad that she is here playing with this team and fighting with this team and helping us learn and get better and take this program to new heights. And so awesome to see her accomplish that.
I understand you're frustrated with not making that switch at the end of the first half, but you made an early substitution in the second half and putting Kendall in, and she actually started the run. How much do you appreciate that she 100 her shot right away when she got in the game?
Yeah, that was a huge spark, and I thought she made a couple of big baskets that sparked us right there, and I thought also Jess Petrie, when we were giving Lex a break, knocked down a perimeter shot with confidence, and those types of contributions from those players, it's hard to do that. It's hard to come in cold off the bench and come in right off the bat and hunt your shot, but we've been begging that for Kendall Coley for a while now, and I'm glad she did here today.
On a personal note, Coach, you had some teammates make the trip out to the game. Just can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I honestly was moved to tears this morning. Just having 7 of my high school teammates that made the trek. They're kind of spread all over, just Colorado, South Dakota, Western Nebraska, and they all got together and made a weekend of it to come up and spend the game. Made T-shirts. I don't know, just crazy, but just really means a lot to me to have all my friends, in the house and to see a win.
Hey, you've made the choice to have Jazz be more of an off-ball player this year. I mean, Darian's brought it up more than Callan was bringing it up too. How do you feel like Jazz has adjusted to that role, and maybe what did she find in the second half? It seemed to be about the best half she's played this year.
Yeah, I think that Jazz is starting to get very comfortable about being able to know that these certain actions are really good ways for me to impact the game with my passing ability when I'm off the point. And then when I have the ball in my hands at the point position, I'm going to call this, and this to be able to put me in positions where I can really impact our game and make decisions for our team. And so I think she's getting more and more comfortable with that, and the versatility that she has to be able to bounce back and forth to those things really helps us and makes her a lot harder to defend. So I'm just thrilled that, as we progress, that she's getting more and more comfortable with it.
Why did you want to do that? Like, how did you think it would help the team this year?
Because I think that sometimes when Jazz has the ball in her hands all the time, she's so good at vision and decision making, but I think sometimes she becomes a little passive with thinking to score for herself. And we want to keep her aggressive minded and knowing that she can contribute in so many ways, but our team really needs her to be thinking score as well. So that's one of the things. Also, I think it really plays to the strengths of players like Darian and Callan in what they bring to the table as well.
Alexis, to talk a little bit about the physicality tonight down in the post. Just what do you think about that, and just more so, how does it prepare her for Big Ten play?
Yeah, I thought she handled that physicality. I thought she played tough. Just really, really tough. And to do that for 34 game minutes is something that I don't think she could have effectively done in previous years. So it's a testament to how hard she's worked this offseason to put herself in the condition to handle 34 minutes, but not just 34 minutes. I mean, 34 minutes of physical banging, that is hard work. And I thought she played her toughest game and just was really effective. I thought late in the game when she could have really been fatigued, she's getting tipped deflections, tipping the ball out of bounds, coming away with steals, grabbing really tough rebounds with two hands, and just making big time game winning plays that we needed.
Logan Nisley also, clutch from beyond the arc. What does she do in terms of helping to space the floor and her scoring ability as she steps on the floor a little more for you?
Yeah, I think she's, we've been saying, everybody's heard us say, we're all very confident in her as a perimeter shooter. She's one of the best three-point shooters that I've recruited or coached, and we see it a lot in practice, and our team has the utmost confidence in her, and she hasn't maybe percentage-wise in game situations yet shown exactly what she's capable of, but in a game like today to step up and shoot 50% or whatever it is, I can't read the stats, 60% from the three-point line, then I think just kind of shows that. I thought Callan made some really good penetration kickouts to Logan, but one time I just vividly remember, and this is what happens when you're a great shooter, right? But the ball goes into Lex, and she's about to bury, and Logan is screaming right in front of our bench, and Lex found her, and she drained a huge shot right there. But she's very vocal, letting her teammates know where she's at, spotted up on the perimeter, and she should be, and that's what we need from her, and I thought she played her role well today.
It's a good prep for the team. I know you got a game on Tuesday, I know. But is this a good prep for the team you're going to play next Saturday, which is also very physical and likes to foul?
I haven't watched 1 second of Michigan State film or even UNC Wilmington, and nothing for next week, but I do know that these are the type of games that we put onto our schedule because we feel like it will help prepare us for Big Ten play. And so this year with the Big Ten ACC Challenge kind of going away, for us to get a game like this that we think will help us, help prepare us for what we're going to see in Big Ten play is just so valuable, and so we're really excited about the growth that we made as a team here tonight.
Anything else, Coach Williams?
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.